It sit for a long time, and to finish it off, I put reflective tape on the helmet. Not as in like for any real means, but I figured as a motorcycle helmet, reflective tape is nice, adds conspicuity, especially since the helmet's all black. So I did the UNSC logo in the back here. I did the UNSC logo in reflective tape. However, this isn't done yet. There's a lot of missing pieces here that I haven't done yet. I just haven't really gotten to it yet or felt like doing it lately. And then there's a lot of designs and stuff. It's fairly intricate. I need to go back and with probably like a pen or whatever kind of paint and put in the details. But that's, for another time. This is all reflective tape. Works really well. It's really awesome at night, actually, shining a flashlight at it. It really is fairly bright. Over here, I have the UNSC, I guess, military lettering. And this, again, this was inspired basically from the operator helmet. This is, I see this on the operator helmet. And on the other side, basically the same thing. And then on the top is kind of these other markers. Inspired again by operator helmet, but obviously there's like other vents and stuff up here, but I didn't want to do that. So anyway, here is the helmet. I'm pretty happy with it. It looks pretty good to me. The airflow actually stayed pretty well. I think in some places it actually became better, but that's just my experiences. Riding a motorcycle in it is pretty fun. There is a little sacrifice in vision right here, and that kind of blocks your vision a little bit when you're looking during a lane change, but you just have to turn your head a little bit more. I haven't really found too much problems with that. I think overall the aerodynamics that I thought were going to be horrible actually is not that bad, because this is full of that hard hardened plastic putty stuff. This is very solid, and overall all the additions of all of these additions are very solid feeling. So it's very heavy. I'm not gonna lie. After riding five hours or so, I felt it in my neck. But you know what? It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Especially in the aerodynamics field. Since it has more weight, I think it seems heavier and it stays steady longer. However, looking up or whatever it is, it just catches on the wind, going up a little bit if you're looking up too high. If you're going above, I want to say like 55 or 60, 65-ish. But for around town, just going like 45 and lower, you really don't feel any difference except for the weight. And I think overall, what happened with my project, I think was for the better. It's not huge. All the additions are very close to the helmet, making it not so awkwardly huge. Already, it's a big helmet. So I think overall, adding these additions and stuff, it was a pretty good success. So anyway, please comment, tell me what you think, any changes you think, or any kind of errors you guys see. Generally, if I was going to add and pick this back up again, I think I might make one of those cool additions that you see on the side of the helmets, maybe with like a flashlight in it, and color it, so kind of like those modular things or whatever that you see in the video game. But overall, I think it's a really good helmet, very functional. I mean, still works. And I tried my best to preserve safety. Safety one. I did not drill into the helmet, make new holes or anything like that. I did sand it down a little bit to get rid of the old paint, and so that the Bondo and everything else can adhere. So I mean, again, I don't know if this is going to be a problem too with the authorities. I kind of, if it means anything, I kind of prepared a little bit for that. I forgot to show you right here is kind of like a plate. It's a plastic one though, so there's a little groove here. I can snap it off, and I still have the original paint of the helmet and the original DOT paint that was painted on under the clear coat or whatever of the original Shoei helmet. So in case, you know, have to show the officer or anything like that, it's right there. Again, you know, I don't know, I really haven't checked with the laws. I don't know if this is legal, really. But, you know, if I was to weigh my life, if I had to use this helmet and crash in it, I think I would be fairly safe. I mean, I didn't really, you know, modify the helmet. I only added to it. I mean, yes, I modified it. I added to it. So if anything, it's like strapping, I guess, like a brick to your forehead before you crash the, you know. So I don't know if this is extremely dangerous, but in my personal feeling, I feel pretty safe in it. I think if I were to drill holes and stuff into the shell, I would not use it anymore for safety. But I think since I preserved as much of the original helmet as possible, I think it's fairly safe. So it's fun, you know, when you're riding around, you know, and somebody, you know, recognizes it and, you know, they really think it's cool, you know. I get a kick out of when, you know, other people think, you know, that it's pretty unique, you know. So, and I've had some people think that I bought it or, you know, whatever. And you know, to be completely honest, I'm really surprised that they haven't, you know, Bungie or whoever, you know, Microsoft hasn't marketed, you know, this crap before. I think there's thousands of people who would really like Halo helmets that are functional motorcycle helmets, or, you know, for whatever. It doesn't have to be for motorcycle. It could be for like ATVing or dirt biking or whatever. So anyway, maybe this is a shout out to Bungie or 343 Studios or whoever's making Halo now. I don't know. Why don't you make some licensed Halo helmets? I definitely would buy one. So, but anyway, this is my helmet, my first ever kind of craft helmet thing. So I think if I were to do the whole thing over again, doing a different helmet, a lot of this would come out a lot better. And you know, when I have time again to do all this kind of stuff, then I'll pick it back up. Well, anyway, thanks for watching my video.